Welcome back. We think Mario Andretti is a sufficiently big deal that each year we present the Mario Andretti Trophy to the Speed Performer of the Year. Jimmy Johnson has two of those at 120 pounds each, and it is now our pleasure to welcome Mario back to Wind Tunnel. Mario, thanks for time and your perspective tonight. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me again. Thank you.
You've spent a lot of time in different capacities trying to make this happen. As we heard earlier, you've apparently shed a little blood for this deal, trying to get the two sides together. Now that it has happened, do you take any credit, and what's your reaction?
Well, I'm just happy that it finally happened, because I was so tired of having to explain or having to talk about the negatives about open wheel racing with every interview that I would do, no matter what the subject would be. And now finally, now we can talk positive. We can talk about the future and so many things. And look what the drivers have to look forward to. The young drivers that are looking at their own careers. You know, finally, again, there's a new dimension before them. So there's so many good things that are going to come out of this. Yes, I was listening to speculation as to how quickly and so on and so forth we will reach the level or close to the level that open wheel used to be. Well, obviously that's an open question, but one thing that we can do now at least is work toward achieving that, and tirelessly to do that, and it'll be fun doing so.
As you listen to Tony and Kevin and through your discussions with them leading up to this, what jumps out at you as particularly positive or particularly negative about what's going on? The things you've heard here tonight, for example. Anything jump out at you?
Well, yes, indeed. The particularly positive thing is that each was complimenting the other. And that's, to me, that was music to my ears, because obviously it seemed like they both feeling comfortable with the agreement they reached. And again, I think the one thing that I always remained optimistic about is that at least whenever I had dialogue with each one of them separately, they both agreed that yes, this needs to be done, but we don't know how. And Tony used to say, I'd love to do it. Yes, we need to do it. I just don't know how yet. So they finally found the how. And again, that's what we've been waiting for. And that's why I think anyone that has any care for open wheel racing, I think should feel very good about this.
Hey, Racer, if you were in charge of this thing yourself, what would your top priority be? What do these guys need to do first? What is the priority they need to prioritize?
They need to realize that it's going to be tough for all of them, you know, in some different ways. I heard a fan talk about that it's all one way, you know, that the Champ Car side are the ones that are giving. I don't think so. I think it's going to be both sides going to have to give somewhat, and it's going to be a while before you sort out all these things about how many ovals do we run, road courses. All we know is that there are many good assets out there to take advantage of, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to try to pick from the very best of both sides, and make the series the way it should be. And to be honest with you, if I can venture an opinion, I think it's going to get closer and closer. It's going to get down to the way kart used to be, because the product, when kart was in its heydays, the product was what was selling itself, and that's what it needs to be. That's what the open wheel formula should be. You don't follow NASCAR. You don't go to NASCAR behind all, you know, to all of those NASCAR super speedways and everything else. They're trying to emulate them. This is a different product, and you go to different venues because of that.
That sounds like advice that those guys will take to heart. And Mario, we very much appreciate you coming here tonight and sharing it with our viewers. It's a scary time, I know, for a lot of people, but I think it's also a positive time, and we appreciate your contribution to this effort.
It is a positive time. Thanks for having me on.
That's Mario Andretti. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll come back on the other